Hey, thanks for checking out this video. 10 tips to get you through the early game of Dragon's Dogma 2. Number 1. Early on, you'll be asked to sneak around the main city to complete a number of main quests, needing you to get into guarded areas without being seen. If you are seen, you'll be set upon very quickly, and likely imprisoned, which can be expensive if you need to bribe your way out, and generally just annoying as you'll need to start again. There is nothing worse than needing to start a stealth mission again, just gives me shivers thinking about it. What you can do is buy a set of the Marcher's armor from the potion shop in town, or if you sneak into the barracks in the castle, you can get this absolutely free from the chests located here. I got in fairly easily, just avoiding being too close to the guards. With this armor on, the guards will think you're one of them, letting you complete the quests with ease. Just remember to hang on to this between missions. Number 2. This is a quick one, and I've mentioned it in another video. Your height and weight impact how much you can carry. Choosing a thick pawn is a solid choice if you don't want to be too thick yourself. Being smaller does have some benefits, like allowing you to climb monsters faster, but honestly, we all know thick thighs save lives, so get to it. You'll constantly be picking up supplies and items, and finding a couple of pieces of armor out in the world will quickly overload you. Having a pawn that can be a pack mule can be incredibly helpful and allow you to stay out on adventures longer. Number 3. Using stamina and health items is instant, and can be pretty heavily abused. I don't do this much, unless I've been fighting something for 10 minutes and don't want to have to deal with the weight of defeat. Don't judge me, I know you'll do the same. Having health and stamina items equipped to your hotkeys, the direction pad, means you can use them before running out of stamina while climbing to keep you locked in. Or you can heal, even when your health reaches 0. As long as you haven't completely fallen over, this can get you through some pretty meaty hits, as the health pop is almost instant. Dying takes a moment, unless you're falling from a great height or have no health left. If you have this white health, you can get yourself back on your feet even when all seems lost. This is a great panic button, and it's good to get used to doing this with your healing items early on. Number 4. This one dips into spoiler territory, and I will mention a main story and side quests in here, so skip forward the chapter markers if you want to avoid that. But explore all your options when taking on a quest. Think about how items could be used before proceeding. Dragon's Dogma offers a lot of freedom in the ways you may not expect. Whether it's the ogre bridges, which is a fun and odd mechanic, or this duplication option, and no, I'm not talking about glitches. Often you will receive a quest that seems pretty harmless. Early on, you'll be asked to free the magistrate, and you'll be given an unlimited use jail key for this. This key is then removed from your inventory on completion of the quest. However, before handing this back in, head to the border town directly to the west of Amund, and you'll meet this unique vendor who can create copies of items. I believe the main purpose of this vendor was to allow you to duplicate the Jadeite Orb, which is a side quest in the location, as this vendor will have it in his possession. If you keep the jail key and ask him to duplicate this, he will. For 5,000 gold, you will then have an unlimited use jail key for the rest of the game. For context, most jail keys are single use and worth around 3k, so you're saving money by your second use. This guy can also duplicate the Jadeite Orb, allowing you to hand in the quest to multiple parties. Quests often have multiple options open to you, whether it's by how you get to a location, whether you choose to help or hinder an NPC, or in this manner. Consider your options. Number 5. Avoiding spoilers again here as best we can, but we'll mention some early side quests. I'll keep this one generic. Don't avoid your side missions. This might seem obvious, but the game is designed with the idea that you will follow along your side missions. These can lead you to really interesting areas, net you important items, and helping NPCs in one location can aid you in another. Early on, you'll be asked to buy medicine for a young girl. I won't go into specifics, but helping her does lead to benefits down the line, and has benefits for another side quest inadvertently. Dragon's Dogma 2 aims for a world that feels alive, in which your actions have consequences. It's nothing too extreme, but you could find the odd benefit along the way, whether it's discounted items, free items from NPCs, or something more. Number 6. Don't hesitate to change your vocation and level different options for both yourself and your pawn. As you level vocations, you get access to special passives, which are shared across all vocations. This archer passive, for example, gives you increased stamina, while this sorcerer passive increases how long it takes for your items to spoil. As you shift vocations, you can keep these passives active. Swap in and out the different vocations. They're great to try out, and you could find a strong mix of passives to benefit you along the way. Number 7. Listen to your pawns to learn more about the world. Now, don't get me wrong, they talk a lot of shit. If there is a ladder nearby, buddy, you'll be hearing about it.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you were risen?
But pawns will lead you to points of interest, your active quests, and you can give you hints to enemies' strengths and weaknesses. Pawns over time gain experience in fighting certain foes, both in your world and in others. As they grow in skill, they'll become better at fighting those enemies and give you helpful tips. Or as Gandalf does here, he let me know that my party setup doesn't have what it takes to hit the weaknesses of these lizards.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Thankfully, they weren't an enemy worth worrying about, but if he'd said that the first time I was taking on a dragon, I would have paid attention to the warning. Number 8. There are elves in the game, but you won't be able to speak to them directly as you don't know the language. Spare for any that may know English. This is where pawns with specializations come in. Searching through the pawn menu can allow you to find pawns with the Woodland Wordsmith tag. You can receive the tome to teach your pawns this by visiting the Elven City and providing flowers to an elf in order to build a bond, or find a pawn with this within the Riftstone. I just use the Riftstone of how to pawn myself. Number 9. Put your spare items in storage. Don't sell materials you pick up unless you're really hurting for gold. Materials in your storage can be used to upgrade at vendors without needing them on your body, so picking up those griffin claws and pinions is always valuable. Just dump them in your storage, set and forget. Number 10. And finally, our last tip. And this might seem a little weird, but my best advice is to try and play most of the game without guides. Might sound counterintuitive after watching this 10 tips video if you've made it to the end here. Dragon's Dogma 2 is an interesting and diverse world full of interesting lore, God knows how many side characters and plot points. Let yourself get immersed in it. Allow pawns to guide you to interesting locations. If you're struggling on a quest, remember you can sort pawns at a Riftstone based on whether they know your active quest or not. If you find yourself stuck, rather than looking up a guide, consider asking a pawn to help you. Capcom, despite their shittier microtransactions, have made the pawns more helpful in the game, so make use of that. If you say fuck it, I'm using guides and you're ignoring this tip, then fine. A special one just for you is you can buy a house early on in the main city of Vermund. After resting at the inn and completing some quests, you'll be approached by a woman asking you to stay at her home. You'll then be given the option to purchase it, allowing you to rest for free. After purchase, of course. You can't just squat forever. Thanks for checking out this video. Leave me a like if it was helpful, subscribe for more, and come hang out here on YouTube and Twitch when I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, and whenever I'm feeling it. What are your tips? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you down there. Cheers. Can I climb further? I want to be on its face too, yeah. Me and Frank. Yes! Like as janky as the combat is, this is fucking sweet. Although I've got no stamina, I'm gonna fall off. That's a really solid heal from the mage. Yes! Fucking roundhouse kicked him for the win. Now I'm thinking you maybe want to go thief, yeah, just so you can climb more, because I think thieves are better for that. Like, I don't think archers are really good. But how good was that? Just like kick to the head to finish it off. Oh my god.